Hello. So I would like to talk about for this video what to expect when you work with me. So first things first, I want you to all check out my website. My website has a lot of great information. You can actually book your appointments through that website. So at my booking, you're like, yes, I'm ready to commit. So go to that booking, and there's two options for initial hormone appointments. So you could either see me in person or we could do telehealth. They are both an hour long. And I do request that you have all your consents and your initial intake form filled out prior. The reason why this is so important is because then I don't have to ask you all those questions during your appointment, which would then make your appointment like an hour and a half. So if you could put as much information into that piece of paper, I promise you I will look it over and read it before you come. So if you could fill out that is a huge help for me, and put as much information as you want on there. Then at your initial visit, I will maybe expand on those questions that I asked. Maybe I want more information, detail, family history. And then I'll do some vitals, I'll do a little assessment. We'll kind of talk about your goals and where we want to go. Okay. I'll order labs at that time, and you'll be able to go either later that day or the next day, or when it works for you, to Open Sky and get your labs drawn. So I will collect that payment for those labs at your visit, and that way you can just walk right in. You don't have to bring a form with you. You just go, they draw your blood, and I get results back within like about a week. So that initial visit, it's an hour long. Okay, then you do your labs, and I see you 1 week later, and that appointment is 45 minutes, and we will go over your lab work, and we will come up with a plan together, and if it's warranted, I'll have you sign like a consent for hormones. Okay, so that appointment is 45 minutes, and then at that appointment, that is where I put in the orders for like your compounded medications, supplements we may start, and then we'll schedule a follow-up from there. So the compounded medications and supplements, you will pay them for that, and then they will ship those to you. And then, so after that second appointment, right, that's our 45-minute follow-up, then it'll be 3 months before I see you again. Of course, if something happens in between, I'd like to see you. But the general plan is then I'd see you 3 months later. Hormones are slow to react, okay? We gotta be patient with them. They are the first to react and the slow to recover. So 3 months, you will definitely see more, you will feel the benefits sooner than that, but before we do any like dose adjustments, we'd want 3 months. Okay, so then your third appointment with me is like that 3 months later after that 1 week follow-up. Okay, and that will be like a 30 to 45 minute appointment based on kind of what we got going on. And we'll kind of go over, okay, was there any side effects, any symptoms? Have symptoms improved? Have new things arrived? Like, what's going on? Okay, do we want to keep that medication the same? Do we want to increase, decrease? Okay. So we'll go over that. And then really, follow-ups after that, we're looking at like a 6 month, a 9 month, and then a 1 year. As far as past that 12 months go, it really depends on what we're doing, right? Like if you are PCOS, perimenopause, you have changing symptoms, or maybe you're more symptomatic, I may want to see you sooner than that, right? If you're menopausal, you're doing good, you like your dosings, maybe I see you less frequent. So I really can't give you a timeline of, yeah, I see you, because medicine just doesn't work that way, right? Like nobody's the same, like and what life throws at us is completely different than what life throws at you. But that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect when you're working with me. I try to be available for all questions. So if you do have any questions that come up after this video and you're curious, like, hey, am I a good fit? Please don't hesitate to reach out. You can either email me or you could call or text. Yeah, I hope this video, if you've hung on this long, I hope this video helps and answers some questions. And yeah, if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to reach out. All right, bye and have a wonderful afternoon.